To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And it is caught right at the 10-yard line. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Randy Moss, 40 yards. And the Madden Legends have taken the early lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Madden Elites heading back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession. Punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Brady. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Here's Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Brady. Oh, he stays up. And he floated one out there incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's 3rd and short.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Aaron Donald in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
All right, now look at 56.
Here's Steve Young on second down. And right away, he lost the football. And this is going to wind up a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And an alley to run. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Brady now on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Brady. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Ray Lewis, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On third and long, it's Brady. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lawrence Taylor. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And this will be a touchdown. Tony Gonzalez from 10 yards out. And the Madden legends are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Wait, 20, 380. Wait.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught on the right side by Jones. He's at the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And a huge play that time. 59 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys? And this results in 6. Touchdown. Julio Jones. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Madden Elites draw a bit closer.
Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. To throw is Brady. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Madden legends heading back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Young on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's Gonzalez. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The Madden Elites offense coming back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. On
1st and 10, here's Brady. Complete to Jones. Avoids him at the 40. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. And they rattle off a big one. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their second pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also two-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35. On third down, here's Bell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
When you think about big-time middle linebackers, you do think about the strength and the force that they play with, as we just saw there from Brian Urlacher. But what an athlete. Remember, he was a safety in college at the University of New Mexico.
And in the NFL Defensive Player of the Year back in 05, also Bears all-time leading tackler, almost 1,800 of them. To throw, it's Brady. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Madden Elites, they extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Offside, defense.
So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Another spin. There he goes left side. And he will have a touchdown. Deion Sanders, 105 yards. And the Madden legends draw a bit closer.
Oh, what a play by Primetime. So electric, the ultimate home run hitter.
Now, see, you set that up really nicely for me because I got a nugget. Deion is the only person to hit a home run in Major League Baseball and score an NFL touchdown in the same week.
Oh, I like that. Remember, too, the only man to play in both the Super Bowl and a World Series.
A fantastic return. Started in one end zone, ended in the other. All told, 105 yards. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Go. 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 Ready. Quick it.
On first down, Brady. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10.
Wait, 20.
Throwing on first down is Brady. His throw caught at about the 5. And it's a touchdown. Julio Jones doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Madden Elites, they extend their lead.
Brandon, we're not even out of the first quarter yet, and that's his third receiving touchdown of the game. Tremendous job, and I think this might come under the heading of when someone has the hot hand, you've got to keep going back to them.
And on the defensive side, they better figure something out quickly.
Yeah, I think that no matter what, you've got to do something to slow him down. I don't care if it's double or triple coverage. Make someone else emerge, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Steve Young and this Madden Legends offense heading out for their next drive. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
But right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
The 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
Let's see if he can do just that.
I know some people express surprise when Barry Sanders catches the football because his rushing numbers get most of the attention, but he also contributed in his career in the passing game like we just saw there.
Yeah, he had nearly 3,000 career receiving yards, and I think that gets overshadowed by the over 15,000 rushing yards that Mr. Sanders had. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. There he goes, right, and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Barry Sanders, 67 yards. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because the Those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that will get him one closer.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. Brady now on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the ball is knocked out. It's the linebacker, DeMarcus Ware. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be a touchdown. Tony Gonzalez with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Madden legends are in for 6.
The previous play is
Tony
under review.
G, always such an automatic red zone.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. Anderson now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And late. Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Now Brady throwing on second down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Sugar! Wait, 20! 380! Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st and 10, Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
29. Alpha.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. That one goes for 24 yards.
Makes sense. First catch here in the first half for the 6-time Pro Bowler Terrell Owens, the only player in NFL history to be a first-team All-Pro for 3 different teams. That's absolutely nuts.
Here's Steve Young. And he will find T.O. on the left side complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Young. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Lawrence Taylor not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down to the end zone. And you know the man who said in mind. high chair the last few years. He has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out now come the legends, and the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney.
Young with the give to Sanders. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know the defenders are getting up off the ground, heaving a sigh of relief. They just helped Barry Sanders to a negative-yard run. But Barry holds the NFL record for most carries for negative yardage. The all-time leader, 1,114 yards lost on his carries, but he balanced it with over 15,000 yards gained when he ran the football.
I think the pros outweigh the cons. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. It's been a shootout. So far, we'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Madden Elite's offense trotting out again. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works from the 20. Breaks through the contact. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Brady now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Taylor in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Is this intercepted?